Go live.
Yeah, so active age.
Yeah, so it was our first one, so poor thing's kind of miserable, but, better though.
Go live.
Daryl, oh my God.
Hi there.
Wait, actually, I should give you something to help COVID is still alive and well. Oh, this is Susan. Hello, Susan. The doors are locked. All right, I am going to let you in. Okay, what's our difference for this?
Yeah, just a reminder, it's that side door. If you come late, the side door is the one that's not the side, but the one, front one towards the council chambers.
Oh, got it.
On the left side, don't, the right side's locked, but the left side's open. So if you ever get here a few minutes late. Susan's here.
I know. It's been haven't seen her for a while.
That was great, wonderful.
Hello.
Hi, Susan, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Daryl.
Everyone hear me sing? Hi, Daryl.
Hi there.
Robin, hello. Oh, this is great.
Daryl, are you back in your classroom?
It's a screenshot.
I wondered. It's pretty convincing looking from there.
Good catch. One of my many, one of my many screenshots. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay.
That's Robin. I logged in twice.
Oh, sure. Welcome everybody. This is so great. I feel like it's been a long time. We missed only one meeting though. I think I missed two though, so it's been longer for me. Can you hear okay? That's zooming in? Okay, great. So we will start by, well, we'll call the meeting to order. And we'll ask for the approval of the June 13th minutes.
I approve. Whatever, I'm supposed to say there.
Motion. Make a motion to approve.
I made a motion to approve the minute.
I'll second.
Thanks, Daryl. So I think everyone heard, but our chairperson, Linda McDermott, amazing Linda, resigned and sent a lovely letter. But in light of that, the Arts Commission needs to elect a new chairperson. And I was wondering if anyone has any nominations.
I would like to nominate Miss Emily if she's interested in it.
Thank you.
Yes,
I am. Is there anyone else that is interested in the chairperson position other than Emily? Or would anyone like to nominate anyone else? And then this will be followed by a vote. Okay. All right. So we just need someone to make a motion to vote in Emily Feline as the chairperson.
Yeah. I motion for Emily to be voted in as our new amazing chairperson. Would be awesome.
Thank you. And then we need a second.
I'll second.
I second.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does everyone approve?
All in favor?
All in favor, I guess?
Aye.
Hi. Hi.
Thank you, everyone. Are you coming in?
Congratulations.
Oh, is someone else at the door?
I was looking for Vicky.
Oh, okay. Let's see, Sylvie might get caught up if the doors are locked.
She's here.
Oh, she's on the phone. All right. So we will move on to the Public Art Committee. report. So, Earl, would you like to report on that, starting with the utility boxes?
Pardon, what was that, Sally?
Would you like to report for the Public Art Committee on the utility boxes and where we are with that?
Yeah, I think the only progress that we had since last meeting was that the last of the group was just recently installed right outside on the corner of Clover Park at 112th and Gravely Lake Drive. I haven't yet seen it yet. I was actually going to go drive there after the meeting and actually go check it out because it's just right there by my house. So but yeah, that was the last one of all of the groups that we had chosen, and I think that should be for this year. So we gotta, now we're just in a holding pattern until we get to next year where some more funds are made available. So if there are any boxes that anybody has any and that they would like to see a utility rep on, please email me and let me know.
Yeah, so the one that was installed on, I don't know if you saw it on your way here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Yes, it needs some help.
The wrap.
Oh, that one.
Well,
that
that-
needs to be wrapped.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say, the one that was wrapped was done by Mauricio Robolino. He did several others, and it's called Wizard Meets the Tree.
Looks great.
And it's so beautiful.
Yes.
It's just
awesome.
stunning. I know city council and the city manager, are really getting a lot of good feedback on these. And I think a great next step is to go ahead and have a subcommittee meeting, or go ahead and do what you were doing, pick the next 10, just pick the next 10 ideal boxes, kind of like you did last time you did a map. And on that note, if anyone has a box they feel like they'd really like to be seen get wrapped, please let us know. Maybe email me and CC Earl or vice versa. And it's so helpful to have those maps, Earl, because it had like traffic counts and where they are. And we made the committee made a real distinct decision to, do the downtown corridor. So I'll be curious what you come up with next. If it'll be neighborhoods or continuation of the corridor or international district. So some real thought needs to go into that. And then we need to think about from there, I think we can think more about what art is suitable for that area, because the art really is distinctive to the neighborhood.
Sure. Now, let me ask you, you said that the council has received a lot of feedback. Is there any negative feedback that we should know about? Because that would kind of help with our direction. Has there been any kind of negative comments at all?
Not that has been relayed to me, no.
Okay, perfect.
I think it is helpful, though, to have, to do it strategically. I know the city manager is really important to him to have, kind of some underserved neighborhoods, maybe more blighted areas, to beautify them. And then the strategy around drawing attention, having them all in one place to really trigger people that they see it and notice it. And now that is definitely happening. So we can think about what comes next. But
Okay.
I would love to see a subcommittee meeting between now and the next meeting, a map, and then from there we can discuss artists at the next meeting.
Okay, so how many more are you thinking at this point? And what's that timeline?
I think it'd be
Next
nice
year, or is there
for
something that happens this year?
I think that we probably wouldn't have time to do it this year, I think we're done for the year, but we can start for next year.
Okay.
Just in terms of time to get them. But I think going in groups of 10 is nice, even if we don't end up having that funding. It's just, the work's done, the background work is done at that point, and it's easy to.
I like the
Get
groups
it
of 10. And then also on a side note, Oh, the Historical Society came out with their recent newsletter, and they featured the utility boxes in their newsletter in color, of course. I told them it had to be. I told them it had to be in color. I'm like, what's the point if it's going to be in black and white? So they did feature it in color in their insert, and it was a very nice article about the utility wraps and everything going around the town.
That's great to know, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know that. Okay, the Colonial Plaza Art, so John Fleming is working on that. We're slated to have the unveiling at our very last street festival, which is September 17th, Fiesta de la Familia. And right now, he is, working on getting his building permit for the footing. He's gonna have to put some type of footing in, and so we're working through that with him. But everything's on schedule.
Now, is there how long is it going to take him to install? Just a day?
Typically, it would be a day.
Okay. And now, is he handling the lighting too for the groves and like the oak grove in the back, or is that different?
Our staff is lighting the oaks. They're getting the lights, they're doing the electrical, and yeah. I believe
Oh,
it's
that'd be
3
really
oak trees.
cool. I think it would be fun if I could be there during the installation. I would kind of love to, if you could give me with that date. I would love to be there. I think that would be fun to actually see that being installed.
Right. Do you mind also getting a picture of the wizard meets the tree and emailing it to me so I can add it to our PowerPoint?
You're asking a little too much, Sally, a little too much. No, I can get that. Yeah, I can get you the picture of the wizard meets tree.
Maybe at 2 different angles.
She's really pushing her luck here, huh?
I know.
Oh, you guys, pretty funny. Okay, moving on, Performing Arts Committee report. All right, so the street festivals. Our next one is not this weekend, but next weekend. We have Jazz Night and Car Show. We have the jazz musicians in place. We have the vendors in place and the food trucks. But we don't have all the cars for the car show, which I could use any and all help in that department. We're looking for classic cars. In a perfect world, we'd get one classic car club and they would fill the spots. We can fill 30 spots. So we can have 30 cars. And
All of them, or
basically I need all of them. So what I did is, we had 102 at Summerfest. I emailed all those who had a classic car and asked them if they'd like to attend. I have a bunch of emails back, so I'm assuming maybe 8 of those spots will be filled. But I haven't had time to go through it, and it's a little nerve-wracking because it is the weekend after the Saturday. And then Tuesdays is farmers market, so I haven't much time to work on it. So, yes, any help you can provide would be great. And what I would envision is if you have a contact, really the best way is say, hey, it's August 13th, 4 to 8:30. Here's Sally's email. Tell her the car you have, make, model, and, your name and that you can come. No fee. And Daryl, I see you writing. Is that because you know people?
I might, but I was just taking notes anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot.
Oh, no worries.
And then I could really, maybe use some help just, parking the cars, getting them in the right spot, that type of thing. And then the one after that is September 17th, and we had a great planning meeting, and Emily was there and Sylvie was there. And they're planning an art show of Latino artists. So we'll have both of our really big tents out, our 20 by 30 tent and our 30 by 30. And we'll have our art boards, and we'll have 7 or 8 artists who will be displaying their work. And then we can't have a stand artist because of the wind, so we're not doing that. We've got a lineup of music, and we have our food trucks. However, we don't have a lot of food from South America, and we just have 1 or 2 food trucks that do like street tacos. So we're really looking for authentic food trucks that fit that genre. If anyone has any connections, that'd be really helpful. Otherwise, we'll have to pull in some pizza and burgers to fill in. And then we're very good on vendors for the remaining events. And we won't do a beer garden for the last one. The beer garden in general did not do well. It just never got a lot of people. You were kind of there. Especially, how was it for the Carnival of Cultures? It was probably pretty slow. Did you notice it? Did I ask you that?
I thought the first one we had, it was full. Is thirst responders saying that it's not worth their time because they're not getting enough sales, or?
I think it's been really slow.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. And then moving on to the Joint Commission meeting. So every October we meet with City Council. We go over our work plan and we share the talking points. So for those who are new, who haven't been through that, I'll be helping to prep that, and we'll ask you to take a piece to talk about. So it's split up and everyone has a chance to talk. And so I slowly started working on that and kind of going through our work plan, which is really fun because those are our goals for the year. And it's kind of amazing to see, what has been accomplished, starting out with the MLK ceremony and then the real life film festival, the street festivals, the wraps. We, as a team, really accomplished a lot this year. And we'll just be reporting out to City Council on those accomplishments and then presenting our work plans for next year. So we really need to devote the next meeting to that and be thinking about that. I'll be sending you some paperwork so you can look at what we accomplished this year and just how much we want to take on next year. And on that note, Linda really took the lead with the film competition. And now that she's gone, I don't know that we have the bandwidth as a committee to do that film competition. So we'd be looking at not doing that unless someone had a way of informing us how that could happen. I think she put in 60, 70-hour weeks for months and months and months, and same with her daughter. And it was fabulous, but I don't know that it's sustainable. Does anyone have any thoughts or questions or comments about our work plan or coming up what you think is manageable? Because really we're doing I think the public art's been great because it's so tangible, these signal box wraps. We are a recommending body, so it isn't the intent that we are putting on a lot of events, it's we are recommending how to bring art and art and culture to the community. Sometimes people are really passionate about something and then we can implement it, like the film festival. So then you might be able to speak to that too. It might be synergetic with what Lakewood is doing.
Yeah, to give it some thought.
Or Chris College too.
Yeah, definitely we'll give it some thought. Of the other things we're going to.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk, Emma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think an example is like, you're our strong partners.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're doing that then we can just take it to another level or, implement it, you know, take what you've done and then implement it, like they're doing this art contest on September 17th. Is there something you're doing that then we could take and implement it at an event we already have going on that would enhance it? So that it doesn't just start and stop at your school or at your organization.
Yeah, it's, the film festival was just terrific. It would be really sad to see it not happen, because it seemed to have some momentum behind it.
It had a lot of traction,
Yeah, so let's talk Emily and see what we can do.
I will say, I know we want to continue with the rotating art here in the hall. And we talked about the artists that come on September 17th for the art show could then show their work here. And Nikki was great about, she ordered a bunch of hangers. So we can probably do up to 50 pieces here on the first floor.
And that does bring up a point, Lonnie. You know, we have started our art show
Nice.
at Maple Gardens.
Okay.
So we actually talk about that collaboration again.
Yeah.
When is the next one?
The next one is opening August 12th.
Do we go do we have a field trip to Lakeville Gardens?
Yeah, you're all welcome. That's the opening. You can come to the opening.
Okay, tell us about that.
I'm a very interesting artist, Travis Freidel. He spent many years in New York, working for very prestigious artists like Chuck Close. And he just happens to have relocated himself to this area. And his work is very interesting. It's about climate change. It's incredibly beautiful, but it's also foreboding and ominous. You're looking at these beautiful paintings of fiery orange, red, trees and solitary houses, no people. And you don't know if you're looking at a sunset or a forest on fire. And so it is beautiful but ominous work. And he's also very articulate. And we've been publishing using these exhibitions with podcasts. So you can hear his interview with me for each of the 3 shows that we've done to date. And they're gaining some traction, and the work is actually, previous 2 shows, work has been selling well because they are for sale.
So what does an opening look like? Is it like a ticketed event?
No, these are free opening events, and typically we have wine and beer, some nibbles to eat. There's remarks by the artist, and it's casual. This one will be particularly casual because the artist has a small son, 7 years old, and she's bringing her buddies, so we'll be serving pizza. As the children are very much invited.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what time is that on the 12th?
It'll be from 5 to 7.
Okay, and is it one a month or one a quarter?
Every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks.
Actually, well, every 8 weeks, because we have 2 weeks of downtime between 2 exhibitions. So.
And so when is the September one?
The September one, I'll have to email you all. That one is actually running into our All Hallows Haunting.
Yeah. Okay.
The haunting opens October 14th. It's all artist driven, with a narrative. And then we go into November 25th, our big solstice lights, the entire lighting of the garden, with Sam Stubblefield. Yes.
Well, we always do a retreat.
Yes. You're welcome to come.
And so we should probably start talking about that now too. I always feel like it's a little bit of an afterthought. Remember when we got into November, it was a little cold. Last year, the paint and sip last year was amazing.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
That was fun. So, do we want to talk about a date for the retreat? It'd be really nice to do it before we create our work plan so that we could
Yes.
That could be the theme, is develop our work plan and then have fun with art.
Yes.
But that would have to take place here pretty soon. So, like, early September. Do you all have any thoughts about what you want to do for a retreat? Would you like to do the paint and sip again, or something different, or do you have any ideas?
I liked what we did last year. I thought that was really fun.
Yes, it was fun. Didn't we do it in, when did we do that? There was one we did in August, because we were all outside and had our photos taken.
I thought it was September.
Was it September?
It would be in our notes from last year. But if we did it that week of the 7th, 8th, or 9th of September, it would be ready for our meeting on the 12th. So, is everyone in town the second week in September, the week of the 5th? So it's the week after Labor Day ends.
I'm leaving on the 8th.
Okay.
Go back east for a wedding.
Okay.
I also am not there. I'm in Toronto that week, but that doesn't mean that you can't use Lake Wold. We have
you two are going to be there. We can work around that.
I will be at the Arctic Circle, and you can bring, and we can make snow people.
Oh my God.
I'll be back September 9th.
Yeah, I'll be back September 12th.
I wonder if our meeting is there. Oh, we did that last time.
We can do a meeting there.
So it's going to be Monday the 12th. Are you back on the 12th?
No,
Okay, and when do you get back?
I don't come back until the 14th.
All right, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I do have our next meeting, well, we'll get to it, but it's on the 12th because the 5th is a holiday.
Yep.
So, okay, we'll circle back on that. Maybe we'll have a subcommittee meeting to work on the retreat. Okay.
And the photo.
I love that photo.
For the date of when we.
I could have sworn it was September.
Yeah.
So while Lonnie looks, that really is all that was on the agenda. I did want to share a YouTube video with you that is the drone show from Summerfest, because it was very artistic. It was something very new, and City Council wants to do it every year, and so I thought we could just take this time to enjoy it and maybe start thinking about next year. Pardon?
Do you want to share sound, or?
Yes, for sure.
I just started it from the drone show.
So it's quick, it's maybe 10 minutes at the most.
Oh, I don't think you can see it. They got the drone show going on. Oh wow, Summerfest. That's cool. That's awesome. Hopefully you can see that on the camera.
Put your hands together! Come
flag. Nice. Yeah, the crowd likes that. City of Lakewood logo. Nice.
Show Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so much better than fireworks.
So I just, wanted to share that because it's the first time, having a drone show in lieu of fireworks, and, it was, much more exciting and, impressive than I thought it could ever be, so.
Very good. Yeah.
And very artistic.
It was a very big hit.
Very
Yeah.
artistic.
Yes. So much better for the environment. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sally, it would be great if the city could even see about doing something like that on the 4th of July around the town center or something. I mean, I'm not big into fireworks anymore, and I live right next door to Stillicum Lake, and it was a war zone on the 4th
Yeah.
of July. I mean, literally, a war zone. The north end of the lake is competing with the south end of the lake, and all day long, it's just boom, 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 boom. And you're never going to be able to stop that. Like, you can never illegalize or ban it. People are just going to do it anyway. But if you give them something else to do that's going to be a little bit more cool, like doing the drone show, then, maybe it'll deflect a lot of people actually doing fireworks because it'll give them something better to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, how
I
many
just had no
drones
idea
were
how
involved in that show?
How
I
many?
mean,
You know,
was there,
150.
beg your pardon?
Did you ask how many drones?
Yeah, how many drones were they using?
Yeah, I think around 150.
150. That's
Yeah,
amazing. They can.
think about we had more.
I think it's quite costly.
Oh, Robin, you're muted.
And how clever of them because of the military influence in our community with the helicopters and everything. It was just, and combining with nature and the things we love about Lakewood. It was awesome, Sally.
Oh, thank you. Well, that was the interesting thing working with them. They showed me a storyboard, and then, it really didn't have much to do with our community. And I was able just to say, okay, let's take those smiley faces and make it, first we want to start with the Summerhouse logo and just go through each one, and then let's do the American flag, and let's do eagles, because we have lots of eagles in the area. And then the different elements that were at Summerfest. But until I saw it, we storyboarded it, but until I saw it, I had no idea how cool it was going to be and how it could translate and how they could do all the movements.
Yeah, it's great.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, I just wanted to end on that positive note and thank everyone who, helped out with Summerfest. And, the passport, we had 2,000 passports, and of course, it had art, and Lakeville was on it. And how was it for Lakeville?
It was very good. It was, they were really, really pleased. We had such great attendance, and people were so happy. And, we signed up a lot of volunteers.
That's perfect. Yes. So just a reminder that event is very much the intention behind it. One of the main intentions is to bring art to the community through the passport and the vendors that own that passport. So I just wanted to reiterate that. And Lakeville just had an amazing, what was it called? I already pronounced it wrong.
The wood carving,
Yeah.
the wood burning, yes, we did it. I can't remember what the name is now
It's,
either.
you take actual wood pieces and you burn a design on them and color them.
We actually burned the designs. We didn't have the kids burn the designs.
It might be a little dangerous.
But they certainly enjoyed coloring them and expressing themselves artistically.
Sally, can you send us that video of the drone show?
Yeah, so it's on the YouTube channel, the City of Lakewood YouTube channel.
Okay.
And we'll send you the link.
Hey, Sally, I have a question. Did you guys receive the Fiesta de la Familia flyer file that I sent?
Yes, I haven't had time to open it. Do you want to speak to that? This will be made yeah, go ahead and speak to that, Sylvie.
Well, I just made a flyer for that so that it can go into the Latino markets and restaurants that we have, but I got called away on emergency, so I didn't get to finish because I was going to make a Spanish version, and so I sent Cameron all three of you 2 files. One was just the canvas of it, and then one was with all the information in English. And I was going to just send Cameron an email with the translations for each thing so that he can add them on if he wants to do it on the blank one, on the one that just has the artwork on it. So you guys can take a look at it and let me know, and I'll send the translations. Or I can have, I don't know if Daryl wants to volunteer, because Daryl's graphic design instructor, and I sent him the file as well.
I'd be happy to help.
And then on that note, Phil offered that we could use the tripods for the art contest and the tabletop frame. Thank you, Phil.
You're more than welcome. Can I give a little second push for Real Life 96?
Sure.
Yeah, what we talked about today was we're going at the Fab Fest, which is going to be October 14, 15, 16 back at McGavick Center. We're going to show some of the Real Life 96 films a second time and give them a second life.
Ooh.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. But I understand, I know it was a lot of work to put that on.
Yeah, it's nice to give it more life and more
Yeah.
audience. Okay. I think that's it. It's 5:47. Does anyone else have any information for the good of the order?
Yes, I'd like to say something.
Okay.
Tomorrow night is Night Out Against Crime. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a national night out against crime. And we're one of the last pockets of Lakewood that are still hosting it, with musical entertainment for some music groups that have performed in the Tacoma area. Please come. It's taco night, and it's 6 p.m. It's open to everybody. It's at the Oak Brook Bluffs condominiums by the golf course.
Thank you. Good for you.
Free tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And enchiladas.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin. Okay, everyone, farmer's market is tomorrow 2 to 7. Come see Adriana there.
Yeah.
Good night. Thank you.
Come say hi.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hi.
Good night.